Redhottlocks fans? The Redhottlocks show is about to start this week. We're at the tailgate for the Falcons-Bengals game with Kimberly Sargent. How you doing, Kimberly?
I am so excited. Scored some amazing tickets, compliments of Bud Light. Let's get it done. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites
Kimberly,
dust.
news and notes.
First Alabama, then Ohio State. Last weekend, Oklahoma, the curse of number ones. Is this like the Madden curse? Up this weekend, BCS number one Auburn at Ole Miss, or is it going to be the coaches poll number one Oregon at USC? Can there be 4 upsets in a row? The World Series is underway with the Texas Rangers and the San Francisco Giants battling it out for the World Championship. The Giants are led by MVP outfielder Cody Ross, who played for the Florida Marlins to start the season. Think he misses the huge crowds in Landshark Stadium? The Rangers are led by MVP center fielder Josh Hamilton. How was the number 1 pick in the draft to drug addict, prima donna, back to MVP? Talk about from the penthouse to the doghouse to the penthouse again.
Mindy, quarterback Brett Favre throws 3 interceptions, hurts his ankle, and loses the game on Sunday to the Packers. How are you feeling about that?
That really sucks. Now Amberly and Dot talk with Dr. Darren about Brett's injury.
Okay, Dr. Darren, tell us a little about Brett Favre's ankle. What's going on?
Well, they're saying he has 2 fractures, but he really has 2 old man fractures. One is an avulsion fracture, which is where a piece of bone is pulled off by the ligament rather than the ligament tearing. The second fracture he has is called a compression fracture, which really another old man's fracture. It means the bone was squished when he was landed on, kind of like squished like a soda can.
Or like a beer can?
Or a beer can.
Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo, is his season over? Is it smashed like the Cowboys? I mean, he did break his clavicle.
Yeah, but the key thing is he broke his clavicle in his non-throwing shoulder. So that means he could come back this season.
Okay, Dr. Darren, tell our fantasy football fans, do either of these guys play this week or more or less for the rest of the season?
Well, this week Romo's definitely out. At least 6 weeks for Romo. Brett Favre might play this week. He could be like a warrior like he typically is. He could wrap up his ankle, take some pain shots, and he could play.
Who knows? Thanks, Dr. Darren.
Thanks,
for
Dr.
stopping by.
Darren.
The Redhottlocks pick of the week is 5-1-1 against the spread. With me now is senior writer Mike Anderson. Great win last week. What game do you have this week?
We've got Utah -6.5 at Air Force. The Utes are 8-1 in their last 9 games as a favorite. They've got the big game with TCU coming up. You can bet they're ready to go.
I'm sure another winner from redhotlocks.com. Up next, the fastest 30 seconds in NASCAR with Big James.
This week we go to Talladega. It's a 200-mile-an-hour lottery. You think I'm picking a winner for that? You crazy, man. I'll just talk about some basic strategy. Kevin Harvick, he runs good at restrictor plates. Look for him to get out front first and stay there. Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, still that 3-way we talked about last week. They don't do so well there. Hamlin averages 14th, Johnson averages about 25th. Look for them to hang back behind the pack, trying to avoid the trouble when the big one hits, because it will hit. On top of that, all right, you want to pick? I'll give you a pick. Jamie McMurray or Kevin Harvick. Either one of them, they both run good up front.
Up next, Dave interviews Julie Bueller of 1010KXPS.com on the Skype cam.
Hey Julie, how you doing today?
Spectacular, Dave. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Let's get right into the questions. Are the San Diego Chargers finished in the NFL?
Yeah, they are. They are number one offense in the NFL, number 1 defense in the NFL, but their special teams is atrocious. I think if the Chargers really want to see the talent that they've comprised succeed, they need to install a defensive-minded coach, and that would be Ron Rivera, their current defensive coordinator.
All right, Julie, that's fantastic. Next question. Can Oregon win the Pac-10 and play for the national championship?
Can they? Absolutely. They have the number one offense in the land, especially in the Pac-10. And something else that's not getting much publicity is the fact that they have the number 2 scoring defense in the Pac-10 as well. They're 1.5 points behind Arizona, giving up a stingy 16 points a game.
That's awesome, Julie. Last question. The NBA started last night. Big games, 3 big games that went on. You got any preseason picks to go to the finals this year?
Shockingly enough, I'm going to have to go with the Lakers and the Heat. No, it is the big story in the NBA is the Heat and the Lakers, and that is a great story. I think what's being lost, though, especially here on the West Coast, is that we have Phil Jackson back. It's probably his last year as head coach, and because of that, with Kobe's knee and Bynum's knee, you don't know how healthy the Lakers are going to be, but I guarantee you they will be ready come playoff time, all because their biggest offseason acquisition was really Phil Jackson. You can't understate that.
Thanks so much, Julie. We'll talk to you again soon.
I love it, Dave. Have a good day.
All right, Red Hot Locks fan, that's all the time we have left for this week's show. Kimberly, who do we want to thank?
I want to say a special thanks to all of our writers. Make sure you check us out, redhotlocks.com, spiketv.com, Vimeo. You know the sites. Get it done.
Hey, everybody, I want to thank our sponsors as well, Definition 6 and everybody at the Bubble in New York. I want to thank BigBoyFootball.com for the great t-shirts and SportsFanWarehouse.com, everybody.
Bengals, wait, what's up with this?
Hooray! It's been a great show.
Go Falcons!